Okay, hello class. How are you? Okay, today teacher akan discuss question yang teacher bagi. Okay, hopefully you can focus and watch carefully. Alright, so let's start. Question 1. Diagram below shows the path of a car travel from town P to town T. So the question asks, what is the displacement of the car? So at first, you kena faham what is displacement. Displacement is actually a shortcut, kan, the shortest distance to reach the point T. So means the shortcut is here, direct. Oh, it's my pen. So from point P to T, you kena terus ambil dia directly. So how to find the length of PT? So you boleh buat Pythagoras theorem, kan? Okay. So now let's say here is O. So kita buat dia punya Pythagoras theorem. First sini 12, sini 5. Why sini 5? Because the total length is 10. Here is 5 also, here also 5. So let's say we need to find PT. Okay, square root of PO square plus OT square. Y plus because gradient, kan? So PO is 12 square plus 5 square. So 12 square 144 169. So you akan dapat 13 km. So the answer is C. Okay, remember the definition of displacement. So now question 2, which of the following physical quantities has a unit of meter per second square? So this is obviously dia punya answer acceleration, kan? Because kalau speed and velocity dia punya unit is meter per second, displacement is meter. Alright. So next, question 3. The diagram below shows a part of a ticker tab to show the motion of a trolley. Okay, motion dia di kiri. Okay. Alright. So dia sudah bagi sini information. The distance between these two dots. Okay. So apa maksud dia ni? This one 0.6 cm. So motion dia pergi kiri. So start from here. So here is, nanti kita boleh cari dia punya initial velocity. Here final velocity. Kesan let's say kertas, kan motion dia pergi kiri, kan? So kalau to ticker tab, kalau ini kertas bergerak ke kiri, so dia dot 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 dot. So yang di belakang ni, di belakang di sini ni, ini yang last. Di sini yang awal. So dia gerak ke kiri. Alright. So the question asks, ada tanya ini, what is the acceleration of the trolley? Alright. So acceleration. So that's why you kena cari initial velocity and dia punya final velocity. Then last dia punya time. Okay, now kita cari dulu dia punya initial velocity here, U. So velocity dia punya formula displacement over time. So displacement dia sudah bagi 0.6, time dia, remember, di sini kita kira dia sebagai satu jarak. So this is 0.02 second. So here you divide lah 0.02, you akan dapat 0.6 divided by 0.02, you akan dapat 30. 30 apa ini? 30 apa? Sini cm, kan? Sini s. So 30 cm per second. So here sama juga, V 2.2 because 1 saja means 0.02 and times 0.02. Kalau you divide, you akan dapat 0.2 110. centimeter per second. Okay, so remember formula dia ialah A V minus U over this V, final velocity, is initial velocity over time. So V you sudah ada 110 minus initial velocity 30. So time, berapa time dia ni? So remember, kalau formula dia punya cari time untuk acceleration, okay? So untuk cari time, so you kira berapa ni? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 minus 1 times 0.02. So you akan dapat 4 times 0.02, 0.08. Okay, so you insert here 0.08. So you calculate 110 minus 30 divided by 0.08. So you akan dapat 1000 acceleration kan? So meter per second square. Alright, mesti you akan tanya, because most of you jawab dia punya time sana ialah 0.1. Teacher, kenapa mesti minus 1 5 minus 1? Dan kenapa mesti 0.08 bukan 0.1? Because kalau you guna 5 times 0.02 means itu you cari total velocity, this one. Kalau dia suruh cari average velocity kan, average velocity means displacement over time kan. So displacement means total length ini. Okay, total length ini adalah dia punya displacement. So dia punya time barulah you guna this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Di sini barulah dia punya time taken 5 times 0.02. Tapi kalau acceleration, remember 5 minus 1. Dia punya space itu you kira 5, then you kena minus 1 untuk cari dia punya time. So ini beza acceleration and average velocity itu. Okay, dia punya time taken. Right, cikgu continue. So now you get 1000 meter per second square. Let's check the answer. Okay, answer dia give in unit meter kan. So tadi kita dapat 1000 centimeter per second square. So kamu kena convert lah this one, 1000 ini pergi meter. So cm to meter, remember this one, meter convert to cm, you kena times 100. Kalau cm kita mau convert pergi meter, you kena divide by 100. So 1000 you divide by 100 kan. So potong ini 2 kosong. So you akan dapat 10, bukan sudah centimeter, because you sudah convert, you sudah divide by 100. So 10 meter per second square. So the answer is C. Okay, alright. So now question 4. The diagram below shows two ticker taps produced by the motion of two trolleys, X and Y. Which of the following statement is not true? Is not true. Okay, you kena lihat. You should highlight. It's not correct. Okay. About the motion of the trolleys above. So let's check the answers. The distance traveled by the two trolleys is the same. So distance, yes, because kenapa distance the same? You tengoklah dia punya jarak from this dot to this dot kan, sama kan? That's why dia ada ni putus-putus ni. So means dia punya jarak ini sama. Okay, means A is correct. Kita mau cari yang not correct. Or B, the acceleration of the two trolleys is the same. Okay, this one dia punya acceleration. You kena tengok ni motion of this ticker tab, this tab kan. Kalau you tengok Y, jarak dia lebih kurang sama lah. Kan means dia punya velocity itu sama. Okay, constant velocity, because dia punya space between the dots itu sama. So kalau velocity dia constant, acceleration dia 0. Okay, this one acceleration dia 0, means dia tidak memecut. Kalau X, you tengok dia punya distance between the dot kan, di sini dia semakin panjang, means dia accelerate, dia memecut. So dia ada value sini. Okay, so kalau you tengok, satu ada value, satu lagi acceleration dia 0. Tapi dalam answers, dia bilang is the same. So this is not correct. Okay, how about C? The average velocity of the two trolleys is the same. Okay, kita sudah cakap tadi. Okay, ini velocity kan? Formula of velocity, displacement over time. Okay, kita sudah nampak, kita sudah cakap tadi distance sama kan? Distance dia sama dekat A. Means distance sama, displacement dia sama. Okay, and motion dia sama, memang positif. Pergi kiri lah. So displacement sama, time dia pun sama. Because ada 2, 2, 3 spaces of dots. So time dia pun sama, 3 times 0.02. So kalau you divide, you mesti dapat average velocity yang sama. So C is correct. How about D? The time taken of the two trolleys to arrive at a certain distance is the same. Okay, kalau velocity sudah sama, confirm lah dia punya no. Time taken of the two trolleys to arrive at a certain distance is the same. Yes, because macam yang teacher explain tadi, dia ada 3 spaces of dotted kan. So kalau you 3 times 0.02, you akan dapat answer yang sama lah, X and Y. This Y ini correct. So the answer is B. Okay, let's continue. Question 5. The diagram below shows a graph of ticker tabs with frequency of 50 Hz. The motion of the graph shows okay. So kalau uniform velocity salah lah kan. Uniform velocity dia salah, uniform displacement lagi lah salah, because kenapa uniform displacement salah? Means displacement tu sama. Kalau kita tengok sini, panjang dia lain-lain kan. Sini 7, sini 8, sini 6, sini 5, sini 4. So bukanlah uniform displacement, dia different displacement. So ini salah, this one is salah. Kalau uniform velocity dia mesti straight kan, because ini displacement over time punya graph lain. Okay, no. Kalau displacement over time, dia punya uniform velocity begini, tapi graph ini menurun. So the velocity is decreasing. Yes, of course kan. The velocity is increasing, salah. So the answer is C. Goyang. Okay, question 6. Okay, this is also a concept questions. So the diagram below shows a velocity time graph. So gradient itu akan bermaksud acceleration. So which of the following statement is correct? The toy car does not move from P to Q. So you kena faham dulu apa maksud P to Q di sini. Okay, kalau di sini P to Q means ini velocity kan. Ini means uniform velocity, because value dekat P ni, let's say 10 meter per second square per second. So means di sini dia P sampai Q dia 10 sampai sini 10 meter per second. Maksudnya dia uniform velocity, bukannya dia tidak bergerak. Kalau the toy car does not move from P to Q, P2Q itu dia mesti di sini, means velocity dia 0. Di sini barulah refer kepada answer A. Alright, so B, the toy car slows down from R to S. R to S. Okay, means value sini negatif. Let's say sini negatif 10 lah. Tapi this one, the graph itu di bawah. Ini bukan maksudnya dia slows down, okay? Dia accelerate ini. Di sini dia accelerate. Okay? Cuma dia different direction. Bukanlah maksudnya dia makin perlahan, okay? Alright, means B itu juga salah. C, the toy car accelerates from R to S. Okay, ini yang teacher cakap tadi. This one is correct. Alright. Yang D pula, the toy car moves in opposite direction from Q to R. Q to R. So ini masih lagi dalam arah yang sama. Let's say ini graph. Graph atas refer, you pergi to the right. So kalau graph di bawah ini means dia sudah different direction. Okay. Let's say sini kiri, left. Okay. Sama lah macam ni. Q to R ini means dia patah balik sudah. Okay, pergi tempat asal dia. Okay. Dan ini, okay, let's P to Q ni pergi kanan. So, Q pergi R, dia sudah turun. Bila graf turun pergi bawah, maksudnya dia sudah ubah arah, direction dia akan patah balik. So, di sini ni dia sudah pergi kiri. Dan di sini R to S, dia memang pergi kiri dan dia memecut, dia accelerate. To the left and dia accelerate. Okay, itu maksud dia. So, bukannya dia opposite direction. Ini time Q to R. Q to R itu, wait. Right. Question 7. The diagram below shows a velocity time graph for the motion of a car. What is distance traveled by the car? So this is velocity time graph. So untuk cari distance, you kena cari area under graph. So here you boleh guna, you sudah nampak shape trapezium. Okay, trapezium. So direct masuk saja dalam formula trapezium untuk cari area under graph. Here is 5 plus 10 times dia punya height 4. 1/2 times 15 times 4. Ni simplify, dia dapat 2. So 15 times 2, you akan dapat 30. So the answer is C. Alright. Question 8. Which of the following displacement time graph shows an object with acceleration? Okay, acceleration. So this one displacement over time kan? So means gradient dia to refer kepada velocity. Ini constant velocity. Okay, increasing velocity. No, constant velocity. B. Okay, this one is B. The answer is B. Top graph dia sudah curve kan? Means dia punya velocity tu increasing velocity kalau you kira dia punya gradient. So bila increasing velocity means dia ialah acceleration. Okay, yang di bawah ni sudah salah. Next, question 9. So question 9, the diagram below shows a velocity graph. Okay, means dia punya gradient itu ialah acceleration. Tapi soalan, what is the displacement of the object in 12 second? Again soalan means kena cari area under graph. So you kena cari graph sini and graph bawah ni. Ini A, ini B. So ingat, di atas ini positif, di bawah ini negatif. Right? So calculate dulu yang first, A. 1/2 times dia punya height 30 times 4 punya base. So you akan dapat here is 60. For B pula, B is trapezium. So 1/2 times A plus B, dia punya parallel side, parallel line. So sini 8, 4 to 12 is 8, plus B, 8 to 12 is 4, and then dia punya height dia 20. So kalau you calculate 12 times 20, okay, here you akan dapat 6 ini, 6 times 20, you akan dapat sini 120. Tapi negatif kan, so sini negatif, jadi lupa, negatif 120 meter. Kenapa negatif? Because the graph di bawah paksi X, means dia negatif, dia punya direction. Displacement kan, displacement kita kena consider dia punya direction. So untuk cari total displacement, kita short form total displacement, you kena tambah dua-dua lah. So 60 plus negative 1, 20. So you akan dapat negative 60 meter. So the answer is C. Okay, ini jangan confuse, jangan lupa itu sign negatif. Nanti you akan dapat, kalau you tambah, you akan dapat value lain sudah. Okay, so question 10. Wait, saya minum air. Okay, question 10. The diagram below shows a displacement time graph. So kalau displacement time graph, dia punya gradient itu shows the velocity. Okay, bukannya acceleration. Okay, so which of the following statement is correct? The car accelerates from O to P. O to P. So ingat, kalau displacement time graph, dia punya gradient ialah velocity. Boleh juga dia jadi acceleration, tapi graph itu kena curve. Okay, so di sini dia ada increasing velocity. Okay, barulah dia accelerate. Tapi O to P ni shows uniform velocity. Okay, so that's why A is wrong. Kita mau cari yang correct. So the B, the car move with uniform velocity from P to Q. P to Q. P to Q itu bukan uniform velocity. Okay, ini velocity dia 0. Okay, that's why B also wrong. C, the car move with uniform velocity from Q to R in the opposite direction. QR, yes. Ini uniform velocity kan? This one is correct. In the opposite direction, yes. Okay, let's say O to P, dia pergi kanan. Okay, dia pergi kanan. And then dia stop dekat P sampai Q. And then from Q to R, dia akan patah balik. Okay, opposite direction sampai pergi point R ini. That's why C itu betul, with uniform velocity. And D, the car move with decreasing velocity from Q to R. Dia bukan decreasing velocity, dia uniform, because tengok dia straight line. Kalau decreasing velocity, dia kena curve, because nanti kalau you kira dia punya gradient kan, dia akan berkurang, makin kecil dia punya gradient. That's why D itu salah. So the correct answer is C. Okay, done for objective question. Now kita continue pergi paper 2. The diagram below shows a ticker tape chart produced by a moving trolley. The frequency of the ticker time is okay. Each strip contains 10 ticks. So you nak pakai kira sudah, memang 10 ticks. Calculate the distance traveled by the trolley. So ini easy, you kena tambah semua displacement dia punya distance. Let's say ini A, ini B, C, D, E, F, ada 5 strip. Okay, 6 strip. Okay, 6 tiga tab tu lah. So you kena tambah semua panjang dia. Total distance. So A dia punya panjang ialah 8 plus 10 plus 12 14, 16, 18 plus 14, 16, 18. Then you press your calculator. Okay, 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 14 plus 16 plus 18. So you will get 78. Apa unit dia? Tengok di sini cm. 78 cm. Okay. B, calculate the total time taken by the trolley. Okay. So dia punya total time taken. First kita sudah tahu dia ada 10 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 dots. Times 6 times 0.02. Tapi kena ingat, you should remember, because we have 6 ticket tab here, 6 strip, kan? So that's why you kena, teacher sudah tulis 6 pula sini, times 10. Actually begini itu, 0.02 times 10, because dia ada 10 dots. Kenapa times 6? Because kita ada 6 strip. Maksudnya 0.02 times 10 ni dia ada 6 set. Dia ada 6 set, ada 6 strip kan. So you akan dapat dia punya total time 0.02 times 10 times 6. So you akan dapat 1.2 second time kan, 1.2 second. Alright. Now calculate the average velocity of the trolley. So ini senang, displacement over time kan. Velocity displacement over time. So displacement sama dengan dia punya distance, 78 over 1.2. So you akan dapat 65. So the unit for velocity is, tengok balik, 78 itu tadi cm kan. So this one is second. So cm per second. Alright, done. Ada lagi question D. Calculate the acceleration of the trolley. So kalau acceleration, you kena cari, here is U dia, sini dia punya V. Okay. So kita kena cari dulu U. Displacement dia ialah 8. Dia punya time dia ada 10 dots. 10 dots times 0.02 divide by 0.2. Kita akan dapat by answer 40. Okay. Ini why 0.2? Kita kena refer strip ini saja, okay? Satu strip ni saja. So dia ada 10 spaces. Okay? 10 space. So that's why 0.02 times 10, you akan dapat 0.2. So kalau V, kita tengok yang final velocity, displacement dia 18 divide by, sama juga time dia, 0.2, akan dapat 90. So time taken, so ini acceleration kan, ingat kalau dia punya time untuk acceleration, kita ada 6 strip kan. So 6 minus 1 times so 6 minus 1 Ini untuk tahu berapa strip yang kita consider. So 10 times berapa dot tadi? Kita ada 10 times 0.02. So dia akan jadi 5 times 10 times 0.02. So you calculate 5 times 10 times 0.02. So 1. So time sudah ada, time u sudah ada, final velocity sudah ada, u sudah ada. So just insert to the formula, this formula, to find the acceleration. V is 90 bahkan tadi 90 minus 40 divide by 1. So you akan dapat 50 centimeter per second square. Okay, so this is the acceleration. Jangan salah, jangan letak 1. Kalau 1 itu means velocity. So ini untuk question D. Alright, now okay, we go to question 2. A car move from rest with an acceleration of 2 meter per second square. So dia sudah bagi sini from rest kan. So dia sudah bagi actually u 0 meter per second because from rest. Lepas tu dia sudah bagi acceleration 2 meter per second square and dia sudah bagi time 5 second. It then move with constant velocity for 10 second. Selepas situation ini, dia masih bergerak sepanjang 10 second. Dia punya velocity constant velocity. Okay, information kita sudah keluar. So now time to answer. Calculate the uniform velocity travel by the car. So macam mana mau cari dia punya velocity? Calculate the uniform velocity. Okay, now kita sudah ada u, a and t. So remember the formula, this one, acceleration kan, v minus u over t. So sekarang u sudah ada, t sudah ada, a pun sudah ada. Sekarang you tinggal cari v. So how to find v? A times t plus u, because u ni you bawa pergi sebelah. So substitute saja. A2 dia punya time 5. Jangan salah masuk ha. Ini the first situation. Okay, 10 second to second situation, and u dia punya 0. So the answer is, the velocity is 2 times 5, 10 plus 0, 10 meter per second. Okay. Question B. Draw a velocity time graph to represent the motion of the car. Okay, kamu kena buat graph. So sure mesti ada y axis, x axis. So velocity. So sini v velocity, the unit is meter per second, and here is t, time. So previous exercise kan, so you buat graph, you selalu lupa letak, you forgot to write the unit here. Okay, the physical quantities here, velocity, time, you just buat dia punya axis saja, tapi you tidak rename dia. Okay, so now how to do this? First, a car move from rest means dia start daripada 0 kan, and then dia accelerate, and then dia bergerak sepanjang 5 second. Here is 5 second. So dia punya final velocity from rest, jadi dia gerak ialah 10. So sini ialah 10. So In 5 second dia sudah bergerak. Velocity dia ialah 10 meter per second. Selepas itu, it then move with constant velocity. So velocity tidak berubah, still 10 with constant for 10 second. Selepas itu tambah lagi 10 second. So 5 tambah 10 second di sini nanti dia akan jadi 15 second. Okay? Bukan you letak 10, okay? Because tadi dia sudah move with 5 second. And then the next situation is 10 second. That's why kita kena tambah 5 plus 10. The next situation is 50 second sudah. So uniform velocity. So velocity jangan berubah. Okay. Pastikan dia selari dengan this one. Okay, this is the graph. Okay. Don't confuse. Kalau velocity time graph yang straight line di atas ni, dia ada value velocity dia. Okay, means dia masih bergerak tapi constant velocity 10. Tapi kalau displacement time graph S seperti kalau dia macam ni, ini V dia kosong. Okay, no velocity because gradient, ada gradient baru ada velocity. Tapi kalau velocity time graph, biarpun dia straight ni, dia still have value of 10. Means dia bukan stop. Dia ada value, cuma dia maintain. Okay. Alright, now question C. Calculate the distance traveled by the car with uniform velocity. Calculate the distance traveled by the car with uniform velocity. Di mana yang uniform velocity? So di sini kan, tukar color lagi lah. Uniform velocity itu di sini. So dia mau cari berapa distance travel di sini. Di sini sahaja because dia tanya yang uniform velocity. Okay, di sini dia increase kan. Dia berubah from 1, 2, 3, 4 sampai 10. Di sini dia uniform velocity 10 saja. So dia mau cari area yang di sini saja. So area under graph lah kan. Ini bentuk apa ini? Square. So the distance di sini dia punya height, dia punya width 10 times dia punya base ini, dia punya length 15 minus 5 also 10. So the answer is 100 meter. Unit is m because distance. Alright, easy. So D, draw and label. Still recording. Okay. D, draw and label the displacement time graph to represent the motion of the car. Okay. So sekarang dia displacement time graph sudah. Teacher padam yang calculation tadi. Okay, teacher clear tadi. So tadi actually answer dia di sini 100 meter kan. So now kita kena buat displacement time graph. Saya buat di atasnya. Displacement time graph. So here is T time, the unit is second. Here is S, displacement, the unit is meter. So kalau kita refer graph tadi, kalau the maximum displacement ialah 100 meter kan. So sini mesti 100 meter. Okay. Untuk the first situation, dia ialah acceleration di sini tadi. So kita buat first situation, dia accelerate. And then the second question is the constant velocity ataupun uniform. Okay, so ingat gradient, kalau displacement time graph, dia punya gradient ini refer kepada velocity. Okay, alright. So first situation ni dia accelerate. So graph dia kalau displacement over time dia mesti ada curve kan. So from 0 sini dia mesti ada curve. Tapi dia curve sampai mana? Apa time dia? Sampai mana jarak dia? Displacement dia sini. So you kena kira sinilah area sini. So berapa area dia ni? 1/2 times 10 dapat 5 kan. Kena cari area sini dulu. Sini tadi sampai 100 kan. Tapi area sini ialah you cari area of this triangle, okay? 1/2 times 10 times 5. So 5 25 means they accelerate sampai 25. Okay. So from 0 sini you kena buat curve sikit. Dia punya masa ialah 5 second. Let's say sini 5 second. Cikgu buat dulu macam ni ya. Supaya senang. So curve. Ayuh. Wait. Susah sikit mau buat ni. Okay. So from 0 meter to 25 meter dia accelerate. Means gradient sini mesti shows increasing velocity. So increasing velocity dia mesti curve. Okay. Bolehlah curve. Tapi mesti start dari 0 ah. Mesti freehand. Ya, tidak cantik. Kejap. Okay. Okay, from 0 dia mesti curve sampai 25. Okay, mesti ni last curve dia mesti dekat 5 second. And then the next time is dekat 15 second. 15 second ni dia sudah reach 100 meter. Okay. So di sini you punya freehand ialah kena buat lurus. Allah. Tidak cantik. Di sini curve, mesti curve sini. Okay. And then baru dia straight line. Straight line ni means dia di sini dia uniform. Okay, yang second situation. Yang di sini ialah acceleration. That's why the increasing velocity kena ada curve. Okay. Dia punya information jangan lupa 100 meter, 25, dia mesti ada 5 second and 15 second. Baru you punya answer perfect. Okay. That's all for today. Hopefully kamu boleh faham. Tidak faham, you check balik ni video, you reverse and reverse. Tengok balik-balik. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.